2-0 win in the FA Cup through to the fourth round. What pleased you about your team today?
I think all of it. I think we were good with the ball, good without the ball, and that was from the first minute right to the last. Everyone who entered the pitch. So yeah, when you limit a team like Millwall to one shot on target, you know you're doing something right. And probably when you're nitpicking at someone leaving a marker from a throw and someone not getting up behind the ball to press, and there's your only gripes really on your team, then it probably shows how well they played.
Especially against a team that's only conceded 8 at home in the league this season, to come down here and score 2 and then see it out in a very professional way in the second half, that must please you.
Yeah, we could have and should have had more with the chances we had and a penalty we didn't get given. And as I said, not only do they not concede here, but no matter how they're playing, they get efforts. And like I said, we limited them to 1 on target, which is probably tells the story, like I said. So that's why I'm pleased with us, how we played, how we passed the ball, how brave we were with the ball. How positive we were going forward and how strong we were without it.
You also was delighted for Daniel Jebison, excellent cameo at QPR in the week and getting his goal today.
Yeah, he got his goal, took it well, worked hard all game, and he's a threat with his runs in behind, but also he makes space then for the others. And I thought Illiman and Maka could play well off him. He was always available, and likewise then when he was the one high, Maka was the one who put him in behind. So yeah, they were, as a front three, they were very good today.
But he looks, Daniel Jebison, now like a kind of real, genuine option for you up top with McBurney and Brewster still out. It's a good time for him to put his hand up, isn't it?
Yeah, I hope so. It's been there for him. Yeah, he'll always be on performances. We know and accept that consistency may be a thing, but we can't let that ride. Do you know what I mean? He's still got to be judged to the same standards as everyone else. Yet we know he's got something that little bit extra in terms of what he's been born with, his athleticism. And he's let's say since he's come back from that ankle injury, he's been training really well, performing really well, and I think everyone saw that today.
And a note to a couple of the other players today that did some of the work that might not have necessarily been picked out. Tommy Doyle, the amount of times on commentary that I talked about him getting back and making blocks and tackles, and seemingly with Jack Robinson as well. You know, 2 players that don't always get the headlines, but did very well today.
They were good. I could go through all of them. I thought both wing backs were excellent in the positions we asked them to take up, and how they joined in, either played forward and joined in or joined in off the pass. I thought Bash was outstanding, the same on the other side as Robbo. He had a little slip at the end, but that was probably his only blemish. Eags obviously the usual steadiness in the middle, and you mentioned Tommy, him and Ollie. It's a different role when they play just as a pair, but what they both are is really comfortable taking the ball, so that was their job, if you like, to block up the middle pitch and keep taking the ball, and then we could play into those spaces behind Millwall's midfield into the front three.
And of course you made 6 changes today, but as we talked about kind of before the game, it didn't necessarily weaken you, did it?
No, not at all. No, not at all. We've made changes in each of the last few games, league games. So no, the intention was to come and try and win, but it serves 2 purposes. It's a break from the league, so we use it as that. Let's use it as what it is, a different competition. We got to work on a different shape, one that served us well in the past, but we haven't been practising this season. We got everyone more minutes, which is important. We rested some people who needed it. So yeah, all in all, it couldn't have gone any better.
Adam Davies too, clean sheet from him. Didn't have too many saves to make, but came up with a big block first half. Yeah,
the one with his legs off Bradshaw. When Bennett gets in here, I'm not sure if he tries to pass it or shoot, but he sort of miskicks it and it drops into Brad's path, and makes a good smother, and that was it. But he still had some tidy moments when balls were flashed in the box, you know, and he was gathering the ball in the box. So it's another strong performance from him.
And for you, that's, as a team now, 9 wins in 11. You know, momentum and everything else. You know, we know the league's the priority, but to keep everything rolling on must be important. Yeah,
we want to keep winning, so it's good. But as I say, it is a different competition. We'll enjoy it while we're in it, and that's the aim. So our aim was to try and be in the next round, and we are. And we'll wait and see who we get.
Who do you fancy? Home tie? Big
home
tie? Anyone?
Home tie.
Kieran Clark, he was having a scan on Thursday. Did you get any information more about what his situation is?
Yes, it's a hamstring injury. Did it with a stretch. We sort of saw him doing it afterwards. So we'll just be led by how he recovers from that. Not an overly massive one, but one we have. You know, it's one we can't risk, and we'll have to let him settle down. Like I say, wasn't sprinting or anything, and he just overstretched and pulled his hamstring.
But potentially maybe just 1 or 2 weeks as opposed to anything longer?
Well, I missed the net. What we're on at? Yeah, I would. In my mind, I think he'll be out the next couple, but I might be proved wrong.
And I know we've spoken about Rida Kadra, but some suggestions that his contract, his loan move may well be done already, and that he could be heading to another Championship club. Is there any update on him?
What? Wait, if he's going anywhere? No, don't know.
So he's still very much a Sheffield United player for the minute.
No, I think it might be sorted. Like I said, we've sort of started that process. I couldn't tell you anything else. I'm been down here preparing for this, so I couldn't tell you anything else. I've had my chats with Reader and Brighton and things, but I'm not sure what stage it's at. So yeah, I wouldn't want to say something and then be proved wrong.
Okay, fair enough, Paul. Thank you. Well done today.
Cheers.
Thank you. Top man. Thank you.